First and foremost, we want to be clear that what we are sharing with you are strategies and concepts that can be implemented by individuals who understand the logistics of how these techniques work. We are not giving you specific tax or financial advice. We are simply giving you three key elements of how to approach such platforms as far as the literal, the mental, and spiritual format needed to be successful with your aspirations.
What's up, world? You're tuned in to FBN, and this is another episode of Finance Bros Network. I am the one half of finance, Anton Leftwich.
And this is Michael DePoe, the other half.
The other half.
With Finance for the Unknown. And we are honored to be here with you, our present and future wealthians. Welcome, everyone.
Amen, amen. We back to the chair, brother.
We're back to the chair. Season two.
Hey, man, sometimes I don't even know. I don't think our wealthiest understand how hard we all work just to get here.
I know.
Hey, you know what? It's all appreciated, and it's all love, man. So
and we do talk about hustles and doing a podcast. But if you want something quality, you want to give people something that they want to come back and see, you know, you got to work on it. You got to perfect it. You know, you got to make sure that the people out there is going to want to listen to it, is going to want to see it, and everything is set up nice and you know, aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Right. Absolutely, man. And we love bringing this content to you guys. We love sharing time with y'all. We enjoy being able to do this. This is kind of where we get to just put everything that's going on in the world to the side and just, you know, bring y'all our energy. So we appreciate y'all. We want y'all to know that.
Definitely.
And today, Mike, Mr. Mike DePoe, Mr. Other Half. Of course, y'all know we did. You know, we went into the Trump anecdote as the kickoff our season 2 with HHN, and today we want to go into way you move in today's finance. So that's the topic we're going to be talking about today. All right.
Yep. And Anton, that reminds me of...
hold on. I want to remind him too, this is a we call this a not a multicast, but we're simulcasting right now.
Right.
That word, just get that out. It's so much of a struggle for me, but we're simulcasting. So what you're seeing right now, you also will be able to be listening to, you know, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all of your audio platforms. Just remember that. All right.
Wherever you get your podcast, go to there. We're simulcasting. So whatever you see on TV or you get on TV now, you'll be able to listen to the podcast.
Same exact content on the podcast.
There you go. But that brings me back to our title. The way you move. So that reminds me of a song, bro.
Of course. You know, we keep it true to hip hop.
Yeah, you know, we got
hip hop network.
Hey, this is our community. We always want to bless you guys. So listen, I'm gonna start playing it in the back right now. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. Shout out to Outcast. You know, we got their song going in the background, but you know what we try to do is bring a little fun.
One of my personal all-time favorites.
There you go. So we like to bring a little fun to it and make sure that happens, you know?
For sure. Absolutely, brother.
All right. So enough with the fun. Let's get to the business. So ladies and gentlemen, the way you move is pretty much like we're taking it from our era that we in right now today. And we kind of gave you guys the Trump antidote, but now we want to give you the how. You know, a lot of people, when you go when they start talking about finance, this is what you should do. They say, we want to specifically give you the how to do it. And the how is, and for us, we always put the literal, the mental, the spiritual into whatever we do. And I think that's what we're here for. That's what Finance Bro Network is bringing to you, the how to make things happen. And we try, and sometimes I know I get it. In finance, it's really hard to go down every single thing that you're supposed to do because there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to your finance in life. So but FEM, we feel it's our responsibility to make sure that you understand, like, in this time, in this day, how you need to move with your finance, right, Anton?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and look, man, we gotta come to the reality that things are changing in our everyday environment, in our everyday world. I mean, some people would say Trump, he's cutting everything.
Right.
I mean, there's the changes with the foods, with the EBT. There's changes with Section 8. There's changes with the DEI. So I mean, people's lives are being affected.
Absolutely.
So we just gotta be realistic about that, and we gotta remember kind of our foundation, right? We always talk about here at FBN, PB&C and PB&J. That's a creed that we go by. A creed is a mantra, all right? It's something to always be reminded, even for us, so we can remind ourselves of where do we start from. If things seem confusing, if things seem like we're getting off course, how can we snap ourselves back on track, right? So that's PB&C, PB&J. Be patient. Be bold. Be patient. Be patient. Be on time, and be consistent in everything that you do. And of course, the PB&J is be polite, be bold, and be joyful while you're doing it. So that's something that we use for us here at FBN, and we talk about all the time to not only remind ourselves, but inspire other people to have a foundation to start from when you feel like, things may be a little chaotic or whatever have you.
Right. So we're going to cut to the chase. We're going to keep it simple. Like I said, we try to make it simple, not complicated, give you guys some golden nuggets so you could actually use. So I would honestly say for this part, obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, you're driving, please don't stop and write things down. But obviously,
please wait till you get home.
If you're watching it on HHN TV right now, go grab a pen and paper, pause it, come back. It's going to be really simple. You might even remember it. But we were looking at 3 things that is very important when it comes to how you move and what you need to think about when you're moving in this environment. So the first and foremost, everybody write this down, is survival. Survival is going to be 70% of what you need to do, obviously, right? Because you're in an environment that everything is going against you. So you got to have a set mindset of what you're surviving. Some people might say, well, Mike, what does that mean, survival? It's as down to the nitty gritty as it can be. Rent, mortgage is your survival, because you got to have a place to live, right? You can't. Food. You can't go life without food, and you have to pay your bills. So that is your survival scenario. So when you're sitting down and you're going to do a budget in this environment, 70% of your budget, so AKA if you had $100, all right, let me keep it real. If you had $1,000, right? $700 needs to cover rent, needs to cover food, needs to cover bills. Okay, so I know that don't sound realistic, but I don't want to go into like 2,000, 3,000, like, because some people have a income of about that 2,000, 3,000. Yeah,
apply it to your situation.
But apply it to your situation. So, but we're gonna keep it simple, right? $1,000, 70% of that, you take $700. You put it away, and it's gonna be contributing into your rent, your food, and your bill. Now, okay, 70%, you say, man, that's a lot of money, but hey, this is what we have to do to survive in this environment, in the Trump America that we're in, okay, especially for the UPI, the underprivileged income society. We have to survive right now, right? So this is how we got to move. Now, part 2, second thing, growth. You got to think about growing. Trump ain't going to be in office forever. The way society moves is not going to be always the same way. There's going to be opportunities to grow. But in growth, you got to make sure you're paying your debts. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure you're saving. Mm-hmm. So 20% needs to be going towards credit cards or whatever you've accumulated. And unfortunately, sometimes you had to you had to use the credit card for something. Because something came up, unforeseen things. So always say, okay, out of that $1,000, $200 is going to go back into paying back what I owe, and also into some type of savings. Because you got to save, lady. We don't talk enough about saving, right?
If you don't save, you can't invest.
Exactly.
Period. So there has to be, and we talk about building up the muscle of saving. We came up with all kinds of ideas that we talked about. Go back and watch the episodes, how to get creative about saving money, because you have to build the muscle if you're going to get to the next step, which is investing.
Exactly. So think about that, 20%. So now, all right, going back to that $1,000 scenario, we got 70%, $700. We got 20%, another $200. Now we're down to $900. How much you got left for that $1,000? $100. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Man, we talk about spiritual all the time. So this is definitely an acquaintance to the spiritual aspect of it, your dreams. Mm-hmm. 10% of that $100 needs to go to your dreams. Either educating yourself, preparing yourself, maybe starting a small business or a side hustle that let's say you want to start something online because, hey, we talk about how you have to have a structure to do it right. You can't, if anybody say you could start a business or start a side hustle with no money, they're lying to you. They're lying.
There's going to have to be some kind of investment, whether it's time, effort, or money.
That's right.
There's going to be an investment of some kind.
Yep.
In yourself, right?
So you gotta have those, whatever you have a dream, you gotta put a financial number to it. You gotta put something into it. Mm-hmm. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you're moving without these three things, survival, growth, and dreams, you're going to get lost. You're going to get lost into yourself. You're going to get mad. You're going to get upset. You're going to not have structure to how you're spending your money. And that's not what we want here at FBN. We want to make sure that you have those structures. So please, you wrote down these things: survival, 70%, growth, 20%, and your dreams, 10%. I mean, in our society, this falls into the category of people making $15K. Yes, people are out there making $15K because the minimum wage nationally is still $7.25 in this day and age. And I guarantee you, in Trump age, it ain't going nowhere. Guarantee. Okay. Some states, some cities, they know the cost of living is high. They're allowed to bring their minimum wage up. So if you're in that city where the minimum wage is a lot higher, some of it's even more than double. To this point, it's almost triple in certain cities. Can you imagine? The state, our nation, the federal government is still saying $7.25 you're able to live on. Impossible. Impossible. I don't know what state you can do that. I don't know.
You ain't living in California. I tell you
that ain't happening. That's definitely not the California dream right there.
Not in California.
But nationally, so imagine, let's say something, let's think about something crazy. Let's say a company in California says, I'm going to make it $7.25. And the city or the county is not being governed on the minimum wage. They can do that. And it's not against the law. So you got people that are making $15K all the way up to $120K. I would say would need to adapt this scenario, the survival, the growth, and the dream. So we have to think about, these are the people that we're looking to help to make sure that they understand this is how they have to move in this environment.
And Mike, we talked about side hustles before, right? And I like what you're talking about the dream part, because there has to be something, all right? There has to be something that we keep for ourselves. If we can't figure out how to put out of every $10 we make, if we can't figure out how to put one of those dollars in our pocket, then let's take a look at that, right?
Yeah.
Because there has to be something we're striving for, something that we have to ourselves that's for us, and just that we think about all day. I know there's that one thing for every one of you out there. I mean, I know I know what that thing is for me. You know, Mike knows what that is for him. We talk about it all the time. So there has to be something, man. And by having that thing, whatever, and if you have a side hustle to get to it every day, that's cool. You know what I mean? If you don't have a side hustle, then maybe there's some skill sets that we got to pick up in order to get that side hustle, whatever that is. You just have to figure out what that is and put the time into it. Put the time, effort, or money. Those are our resources that we can put into ourselves, into any dream. But have that, because looking past everything that we go through every day, looking past obstacles, looking past things that hold us back, looking past problems that come up or gonna come up every single day, right? Having that dream is come then for me anyway. I could just share that's something that pulls me through.
Right.
And when I need a reset, I just go back to that dream. I go back to what that thing is that I think about all the time.
And I used to tell that to everybody when I used to work for people. I don't work for anybody. I work for myself these days. But I still adapt the mindset. Whatever I make, I got to put 10% in my pocket. And that's my dream. So whatever that is, like maybe it was something that I saw that I'm saving. Maybe I can't afford it with this 10% right now, but I'm going to keep saving it for that 10% to work for me. That's your mental stability. And that's a great segue into controlling your stress spending. Impulse buys, fast food, go to the grocery, buy what you got to do, like budget it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you have to do as a wealthians, because if you're not budgeting for food, budgeting for other necessities in your life, then you're going to be stressed. And there's the way the system is set up, it's made for you to have these impulse buys. Lottery comes up. Oh, it's just $1. Well, not anymore. I think some of it now is like, $2.
Yeah.
It's $2 for a lottery ticket.
Line.
It's like, do you need that right now? Like, why gamble that $2? For something that maybe you could have for later. That's part of your, something that you inspired that you're going to get later. The little $2, it don't matter. As you put it in, it adds up, right? The money adds up.
Yeah. So know where you're at. If you got it, you got it.
Right.
I mean, but if you know you don't, if we know we don't, then like I say, just something to take a look at.
Right. And try to do other things to help control that spending instead of going to the movies and stuff like that. Get gatherings with family and talk. Watch a movie together. If you're paying for Netflix, watch it on Netflix. Get everybody over. Or I know this is going to be a little bit weird, but Netflix and chill. But for us, it doesn't mean that. But Netflix and chill on the finance side. How about that?
Netflix and chill with some mentally growth strong content or movies or TV shows or whatever.
And hey, for some people it might be just as satisfactory, right? Hey, I stayed home, we popped the popcorn, we ate, we enjoyed this movie on Netflix, and then that was it. You didn't have to drive to the movie theater. You didn't have to pay for popcorn and soda over there, which is it is out of control now. It is out of control. I went to the movies the other day because I really like a dream. I saved up my money and I wanted to see Superman on the big screen, right? So I saved up my little chain. I went and I was like, all right, I'll get some, let me do the whole experience movie thing. Let me get the popcorn, the soda. Dang, I was like, man, $50? $50? It's just me. I was like, oh man, thank God I was with somebody. I was like, man.
Imagine if you're taking the family out.
Yeah, taking the family. I give my daughters or a friend. Minimum. I'm like, man, to go to the movie is gonna cost me 2 C notes, like $200.
$200 minimum. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. I was like, nah. We watching whatever we subscribing to. I got Prime, I got Netflix, I got Hulu or Disney, whatever. We finding something.
For real.
We finding something to watch. So definitely try to control your stress spending. So that's a very important thing on the way you move financially in today's world. Because it's out there. That stress spending is like they put it in front of you. That's why it's called impulse buy. You just see it. It's like you're on the line. I mean, I used to work at Home Depot and back in the day, I don't want to tell people my age if y'all didn't know already, but back in the day when I first started Home Depot, they ain't had no candy or no juices, sodas at the end of the line. Now that's all you see. So you standing on line, you're like, I haven't had a Snicker bar in a minute. $5? What the what? So if you really want that Snicker bar, you're gonna pick it up for $5? Like, that's crazy.
Hey, look, and you know what? If you want to really let this sink in, learn how money works.
Yeah.
Because when you understand how money works, whether you got to read books or watch podcasts like you're watching right now, like watching us or whoever you want to watch, understand how money works. These are the things we have to pour into ourselves to even have the logical know-how to say no,
right,
or to say I don't need that.
Right.
Get into those. It's our responsibility to get into those things. That's why we try to bring so many thoughts to you guys. In a sense, it's inspirational marketing, because in one, we want to inspire y'all to go out and take action. First we want to educate, but then we want to inspire people to go out and take action, actually do these things and practice these things and look back and be like, oh man, you know what? Man, I saved like $300 last month. Just money I would have threw away.
Right.
Because it does, bro. I'm telling you, we could look and see where we tripped and fell over, $100 in a month that we just probably threw away on something.
Easy.
And it just happens in a jiffy, and especially if you're using credit cards, because that's not really physical cash we're taking out of our pocket. And that's the whole thought behind it, is that credit card, you don't really see the money, right? But consider those things, have these things constantly in front of us, where we're, again, watching podcasts or movies or reading books or taking in information that it's gonna jog our memory, that when we get ready to make that impulse buy, oh man, let me not do that. But if the muscle isn't being built and the information is not there for us to say, let me not do that, then we'll just do that. We'll just go back to the same thing we've been doing.
And this goes right into just being grateful for what you have, bro.
Thank you.
Just being grateful. The lack of stuff you don't have, and you start worrying about too much about, oh man, I don't have this. Just be grateful, wealthians. Staying grateful for everything that you have, that you can get with what you have, with the way you're moving now. Because right now, maybe you have that job and a side hustle, or you trying to figure out a little small business on the side. Just be grateful you're able to do that. Because by being grateful for those things, you're able to keep your sanity, keep your mindset on what you're supposed to do, and know that it's only going to get better. Because if you're moving in an organized fashion and you're grateful for what you have, you're gonna grow. It's not something that doesn't happen. It will happen because you're not overspending. You're not putting yourself in a hole where you can't get out of. You're moving at a pace that you need to move with precision, and you're being grateful for everything that you have. So just keep that in mind.
There's an exercise you could do too, bro. If you want to dig deep down, sit down, find some time, get a pen and paper, and try to write 300 things down that you want in this life. Just write it down. Write about 75, you're gonna get stuck. And you're gonna be like, man, it's gonna be hard for you to think up stuff.
Right.
But it's gonna teach you to really dig down deep and write down kind of what you see for yourself. And in doing that, you're gonna see gratitude in those things that you want. A lot of things you're gonna start writing down. You're gonna start writing down things that you're grateful for in the midst of it. That's the purpose of the exercise. All right. You're gonna start writing down things that you want, and then you're gonna start pushing yourself to start appreciating the things that you already have. And it's a really great exercise. If you get to 300, send us a message. We got a special gift for you. I got a special gift for you, Mike.
There you go. We looking forward to you on the DM. Remember, we on Instagram, Facebook, we on TikTok, we on Twitter, X. Sorry.
I want to see the list too now. Okay?
So send it to us so we can definitely feedback, because every time we somebody slides into our DM, we definitely respond back to them to make sure that we know we hear you and we are here to support you however you want to be supported. So definitely doing that. And Anton, when we were talking about this, you had mentioned about prayer and meditation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm so blessed. I got a praying mom and I got a praying wife, bro. I'm so grateful. And it's so funny, man, looking down at this ring that I do a lot, and I just look down and I see what it means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I tell you, when I don't feel like it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to go. You got to get up and you got to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that could mean this today, for instance, I didn't feel like I was working out, I was doing good on my regimen. And then just when I got home from traveling this last week, bro, I didn't really feel like working out all week. I didn't feel like doing it. Mm-hmm. And then today I get up and I was just like, I got to do it.
There you go.
Because it's the little things, man. Mm-hmm. And this is part of prayer and meditation, because, when I go to sleep, before we go to bed at night, usually my wife will pray over us, or I'll pray over us, or we'll pray together, or we'll read the word in our in our silence. We'll read it, but we're reading it together.
Right.
And that prayer for me, after doing it for a while, I really feel like something's missing if we don't do it. You know what I mean? And I know for my wife, I know she needs a man of God to be the leader, and to make sure that I'm staying grounded in my Lord and Savior. This is for me, right?
Right.
And if this helps somebody, that's great. It's about me staying grounded and connected in what I believe, so that I know what I'm pouring out, what I'm giving out. From my wife, that she's getting that from me. Right. And if I can do that, then I'm okay with what's coming out. I'm okay with the challenges and whatever that might happen, because at the end of the day, this is the source we're going to come back to. Right. So that's what's important about prayer and meditation for me. And it's not just the prayer part, and the meditation part is the practice. When you meditate, you practice in something. Now, for everybody out there, everybody's not going to have the same belief, and that's okay. We're going to share. I'm of course, I'm going to share my faith. I'm going to share my experience. That's how I do my thing. In our household, this is how we do things. But just know that as far as what Mike's asking me about the prayer and the meditation part, prayer is the verbal confession, like the things you're saying out loud, whether it's one that you're grateful for, that's your prayer. And then when you meditate, you find answers.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So for me, that's how I do it. And whether I'm doing push-ups or I'm doing my workout or I'm going for a walk, for me, that's my meditation, because I'm thinking about the things that I want. I'm literally like speaking things into existence, and I'm being grateful for things. A lot of times, most of the time when I'm praying, bro, I'm usually thanking God. I'm not asking for a lot of things. I'm thanking for what I already have.
Always thank God.
And I'm thanking him, and I tell him, I'm thanking you in advance for what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. Because he already knows the things that he knows your heart. For me, I say, my God knows your heart. Right. So he knows what you want already. So you could just be thankful and be grateful and say thank you in advance for what's about to happen, and claim that victory. And then not only that, but then go out and do the things that are in alignment with what you're asking for.
Right. Right.
All right. Don't say I want to lose 50 pounds, go eat cheeseburgers the next day, bro. It's not that hard. Right. And I'm talking to myself, especially. Like, I'm not preaching, right? I'm talking to me.
Right.
Okay.
So
there you go.
And something, Anton, like what you were saying about the prayer, and we want to be clear. We know there's different people out there with different beliefs, but if it's a positive thing that you're looking at, if it's something that you believe in the universe, you believe in Buddha, you believe in different type of religion, whatever you do, we just want that spirituality to be incorporated on how you move.
On
how you move.
Let it be harmonious, man, and let people see that energy is undeniable.
Right.
However you get there, respect to you, because everybody is not going to be the same, obviously.
Right.
But if that doorknob over there gets you through the day, hey,
that's it.
Do your thing.
But you had we had said something when we were writing this episode, and then you mentioned about I don't know if you want me to say it, if you want to say it. It's about faith. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say this. I'll say this, man. As far as faith is concerned, and you can go ahead and say the sense or the line or slogan. Right. Well, for me, I mean, faith in everything that I do. It's from the action. That's where the faith comes from, right? You can be hopeful, but faith for me, it comes in the practice of the things that you say you want,
right? The
practice of the things that you say you want, and that are in alignment with the things that you say you want.
And that definitely great a segue into what we were saying. It says faith is fuel, but hustle is the engine.
Yeah, that's right. Man.
So the faith, that's what you see. All the fuel you got.
That's a T-shirt, by the way.
Oh yeah, there you go. And I know you always say we always have like 2 or 3 T-shirts in an episode.
We averaging 2 or 3 usually, so I'll probably another 2 coming here pretty soon.
There you go.
But that's true, man. Faith is a fuel, and a hustle is the engine.
Right.
That's the action. That's the action part.
There you go.
Right, because you do have to be. You have to be faithful in what it is that you want and do, but we also have to put some kind of work behind it.
Right.
So.
And I want to go into like we're getting ready to go into our literal, mental, and spiritual part of the breakdown. Go into the breakdown, but I want to say my final word here is to you is Trump America that we're living in right now. If you work smart with what you've got, think better than your circumstances, and stay grounded in your faith, you'll be okay.
Oh, I really like that, man. Say that one more time. I don't think they heard you, man. I don't think they heard you.
If you work smart with what you got, think better than your circumstances, and stay grounded in your faith, you will be okay. Like that.
Work smart with what you got, and speak better than what that second part. Think better than where you're at,
than your circumstances. Because you're in a circumstances, so you got to say, okay,
think better.
Here I'm at. If I pay off the gas bill, the water bill, and I pay off the electrical bill, man, I'm only gonna be left with $2 or $3.
Work smart with what you got.
But what am I supposed? Well, think better. Okay, I got $2.
Yeah, I like that, bro.
Maybe that could go into my 10% of dreams. And guess what? If you do that every single time,
yeah, man,
you'll be grounded, and in the faith that you have, things will get better. I promise.
Give me that. Think better than your circumstances, and just make that T-shirt number 2. let me get that, man. Let me get that.
Oh man,
work smart with what you got, and think better than your circumstances. And stay grounded in your faith. Oh man, come on now.
Like I said, okay, what is that? Already number 2 T-shirt? And we didn't even get to the T-shirt part yet. all right.
Let's go to the breakdown.
Yeah, let's give them the breakdown.
I like that summary.
All right. The breakdown. We'll start it off with literal. Work to secure and stretch your income. That's literal. Obviously, you going to work, secure it, and try to stretch it as much as you can. Hey, if you don't have to shop at Whole Foods every single day, and you might have to shop out here, we have Safeway, and I know in the East Coast there's Publix, and there's other supermarkets in the middle of the country. I don't know, maybe you have to go to those markets, but Whole Foods, maybe it's a little bit too expensive. And I know in Beverly Hills there are certain shops that even milk is like $10. I'm like, oh my God. So, work to secure your and stretch your income. So whatever you're doing, you're making that money, figure out how you can make it stretch. That's the literal.
That's what's up.
And the mental would be refrain your definition of scarcity.
Yeah.
Scarcity. There you go. Reframe your definition of scarcity. So what does that mean? Like, what is that, Mike? Instead of saying I'm broke, say I'm building. So what you're doing is reframing from saying negative things. You're going to say positive things. mentally. So you see what that does to you mentally by reframing yourself from defining your scarcity, like, oh my God, look at this is all I got. Say, oh man, thank God I got this. Oh, thank God I'm able to do that. Oh, it's a little bit now, but tomorrow I'll be able to double it.
Yeah.
Mentally, if you're doing that, you'll be doing great. You'll be able to move the way you need to move.
That's what's up, brother.
All
and
right.
Of course, I'll give him the spiritual.
Go ahead.
As usual. And the spiritual, faith, no matter your religion, gives you resilience. Money alone won't keep you balanced. Man, I love this because we just talked about it, man. So it's just reiterating, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got faith in whatever you got faith in. Whatever moves you, let it move you.
Right.
And learn the lessons along the way that we learn the lessons along the way that we need to learn. But money alone is just it's not balanced. It's not the end all be all. It's nothing really. Really, everything that we develop, the skill sets, the mindsets, the habits to even get the money. That's what makes having it even worth anything.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got a bunch of money, but you got no health, bro. What do you really have?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You just wanna live another day, and ain't no amount of money ever bought you a second of time.
No. Hey.
You can put that on a t-shirt too. I'm sure that's been said out there.
Yeah, of course.
I'm positive,
of course.
Let's just hear it and believe it and know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
What's up?
And Anton, go ahead and give them the t-shirt because I'm going to give them the best practice.
Okay, cool. All right, so the t-shirt, the fourth one now. All right. Stack your dollars like they're C notes because one day they will be.
There you go. That's what's up. So imagine that on a t-shirt. You stack the dollars like they're C notes. Now everybody should know what a C note is. We all heard the slang. A C note, $100 bill.
$100 bill, y'all.
Because one day it will be. So you take the dollars
and believe that,
right?
Though.
And believe that.
Believe that.
Yeah. Because
walk in it, believe it, and act like it.
Yep. Yeah. There was, I think
with all due respect, of course.
Right. And this saying comes from you stack your pennies to make dollars, but guess what? They're not making pennies anymore. Trump has signed the law to stop making pennies.
It costs 5 cents to make a penny.
It costs 5 cents to make a penny. 4 to 5 cents to make a penny.
That's crazy.
Trump, I have to agree. I don't agree on Trump on a lot of things, but this one made sense. It's like, why am I making a penny and it's going to cost me 4 cents to 5 cents to make a penny? Don't make no sense.
That does make sense. Logical. That does seem logical. Don't if it 5 cents to make a penny don't make no sense.
No sense.
5 cents to make a penny don't make no sense.
Oh man! All right.
Best practice.
Let's give them the best practice. Okay, the best practice is. Remember, we did. If you watch our season premiere show about the Trump antidote. So we're going to incorporate that, and then now this is the second episode after that. So we're going to start with the best practice. What we try to do is put it all together. So that way you could even put it on a vision board of all our episodes and read it. So if you go to season 1, you'll see our best practice. It mentions everything that we talked about in our episodes for season 1 in our best practice, so you can keep in line of what you're doing, so you can make it a vision board.
Like Desperata every season.
Right. So it says, whether it's Trump or anyone else in office, you are the president of your pocket. Remember that?
For real.
The wealthy in policy is what matters most for your future. And this part, and don't forget, wealthians, the way you move today is how you will slay tomorrow.
Yes, indeed, brother. I like it, man. I like
that, right? So imagine as we go along, as we're gonna try to do, we're gonna do about 12 episodes, and then we're gonna make sure the best practices, compiles of everything that we talk about in each episode. So that way, when you put that on the vision board, it's a summary of all the episodes and what we talk about, and then maybe it'll jog your memory. Maybe you want to go back and watch that specific episode about what we spoke about, what was that best practice about. So like today, it says, for us to don't forget Wealthians, the way you move. That's what we were talking about today. I like the way you move. Today is how you will slay tomorrow.
I love that, man.
Love that.
I love it, brother. Hey, look, man, I want to give a quick honorable mention to our new friends here.
Yeah.
I'm a Bob Ross fan.
There you go.
So the dude to me is just the epitome of peace.
There you go.
I watch the dude paint and I just go to sleep. So I got my guy Bob Ross here to remind me, always be calm.
There you go.
Always be patient. And always be on time.
There you go.
And be consistent.
Definitely Bob there, right? That encapsulates Bob.
It does, man. For real.
Oh,
polite, bold, and joyful while you doing it.
There you go,
to me, that's Bob Ross all day, bro.
All day. Bob Ross is the creed of FBN.
I'm telling you, man. These are our personalities right here.
And I'm definitely representing Richie Rich, because that's what I night and day. That's all I think about is look at my account 24. Is this right? Is a penny off? Richie Rich. That's who I am. So
about that dollar, man.
Yep. So we try to making a little bit of difference. Maybe you could mention some other difference that you see on our set. We would love to see the DMs.
Yeah. You guys can point out other things.
Point out some other things for season 2. We know the first, even the first episode.
We made some changes. So we know what they are.
They're not heavy changes, but if you are followers and you like us, you are Wealthians, you're gonna see some of these little changes, and we're very happy that people who reach out to us, people who follow us, people who watch us, we appreciate you, as I always say. but we just want to make sure that we just bringing it to you in a way that you're gonna enjoy it, in a way that you get the information, which is very important to help your lives, because that's what we're doing, that's what we're here for, and that's what we want to do.
Absolutely, brother. And y'all remember with simulcasting, so you obviously you can check us out visually right here at our home on HHN TV, and you could listen to us while you're going to work, come home from work, wherever you're at in your car, on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, so on and so forth. And as usual, Mike, one more time.
I appreciate you.
And you already know, we'll see you at the bank.
Peace, y'all.
Take care.